What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I am continuing my Fallout 4 pre-release content. We are less than 3 weeks away from launch date, and I thought it would be a great idea to cover a special category every few days. So just a quick reminder guys, this is your #1 hub for Fallout 4 content here on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned on my channel now and when the game comes out on November 10th. So today we're focusing on the strength category of those special stats, and more specifically, what are the underlying advantages of putting points in strength, and also which perks are available under strength in the perk chart. We're going to go through them one by one. So if you are not familiar with the special system, I highly recommend you click on the thumbnail and watch my video from a few days ago, because it goes over the basics of the character system in Fallout 4. Gives you a nice foundation for understanding what's going on in this video if you don't have that already. So let's go ahead and get on to strength. The official game description for the strength stat is a measure of raw physical power. It also says very specifically that strength determines your carry weight and your melee attack damage. So of course this ranges anywhere from 1 to 10. So obviously if you have 1 strength, you will have less carry weight and less melee attack damage. The opposite is true if you have 10 strength. You'll have a ton of carry weight and a ton of melee damage. So obviously with carry weight, the chief thing that comes to mind with me is when I'm out in the wasteland, I'm collecting all these awesome goodies and items. A lot of them I'm going to sell. So the really attractive thing for strength, in my opinion, outside of the melee aspect, is you get to hold more stuff. You get to hold more items before having to go back, fast travel, and sell, which honestly takes some time and is a little annoying. And you also don't have to drop really useful items in order to make room for the even more useful items, the more attractive items that you find out there. So really, strength, in my opinion, is the prime stat for the melee character. Just definitively it is. It has a bunch of perks and it directly affects your melee attack damage. So melee really refers to anything that is not ranged, which makes a lot of sense obviously, but just to clarify, that's like your fists, your unarmed. That's also power fists, if those are going to be making a reappearance, and then also blunt and sharp weapons. So anything that is a melee weapon or unarmed. So these are wrapped together in the strength stat. That's what the strength stat really determines in Fallout 4. Now we're going to dive into the actual perk chart and look at the strength perks, and you'll see that most of these relate to carry weight, melee damage, some sort of crafting system, or the traditional concept of strength and raw physical power. So obviously if you have more strength, you'll be able to do more things that require your character to be strong. That's just common sense. So what I'm going to be doing is going through these one by one, and actually I'm going to give them a designation of either being confirmed, likely, or complete speculation. So you're not going to see any likely perks in this video, just because it just so happened that there are none in the strength category. It's just a mix of confirmed and speculation. You may be wondering, where am I getting this? There's actually a link to the source below where a lot of people seem to be gathering to share their ideas on what is confirmed, what is speculation, and what these perks might be. So obviously I'm going to encourage you guys in the comment section below, if you see something you thought maybe I missed, or maybe it makes more sense that it does this, obviously tell me. I like to start a nice conversation on all of my videos. So let's go ahead and begin. The first strength perk is Iron Fist, and it requires, again, 1 strength, and it's completely confirmed because Bethesda actually made reference to it in one of their posts. So there's no official description of the perk, just a reference, but we can kind of assume that it increases unarmed melee damage. And that's pretty much from the Vault Boy little drawing you can see right here. Basically, we can assume that this relates to unarmed melee combat. And we don't know how many ranks there are to Iron Fist, but we do know that at rank 5, you get an effect similar to Paralyzing Palm, which is from previous Fallout games. It gives you a chance to paralyze the enemy for 30 seconds with an unarmed attack, which is crazy good. It has a level requirement of 46 on that rank 5 of Iron Fist, and also it has a strength requirement of 10. So we have actual special stat requirements within perks, which I didn't even know existed, and it opens up a lot of compelling options for future perks. But that is the first strength 1 perk. The level 2 strength perk requiring 2 strength is Big Leagues, and this is 100% confirmed. It was showed off in their character system video. The official description is swing for the fences, do 20% more melee weapon damage. Now, note it specifically says melee weapon, so this is not unarmed. And so if you're going for a melee weapon character, Big Leagues is absolutely the perk to choose, and it has 5 ranks. We don't know what they do yet, but Big Leagues is a 100% confirmed perk, and it's under the strength category. Next is the level 3 strength perk requiring 3 strength, and this is pure speculation. The speculated name is ARMORSMITH, and there's no description for the perk. We just have all of our bases is off of this one picture here. And we can kind of assume that this relates to our ability to craft armor. Obviously, we have the Vault Boy working on some armor here. Maybe that unlocks crafting options that are best for melee. Maybe, you know, if you're in melee combat, you want to be able to defend against melee attacks. So maybe this armor is best against melee attacks. We don't really know. We also don't know how many ranks are in this. This is just pure speculation. At level 4, strength 4 requirement, this is kind of a mirror image of the last perk, but it relates to weapons, and the speculated name for this is WEAPONSMITH. So there's no description once again, and we have to assume that this relates to weapon crafting, but obviously the Vault Boy is working on like a mace. That's what that weapon looks like. And so maybe this is specifically allowing us to have melee weapon mods. And this kind of throws me off because I was thinking, what about gun mods? You know, is there a gun mods kind of thing? And I believe there's another perk in another category for gun mods. So this looks like it's specific to melee weapons. We also don't know how many ranks are in this specific perk, but that is Weaponsmith. At level 5, strength 5 requirement, we have size matters. And this is more speculation, but we've had a similar perk in previous Fallout games. And obviously you can tell this picture is very suggestive. It looks like a Vault Boy member, so to speak. But anyways, we can assume that this relates to big guns because he's holding a minigun. It's a really big gun, and we don't really know what this is going to do. It could improve your accuracy, damage, handling with big guns. We're not really sure. This is pure speculation, and we know that it has 5 ranks, but we just don't know what they do yet. At the 6th strength requirement, we have Strong Back, which is a confirmed perk. It's referenced in the same article that Iron Fist was that I mentioned earlier, and there's no official description for Strong Back, but we can kind of assume that it increases carry weight like it did in previous Fallout games. And this is kind of an extension of the strength stat itself. Of course, strength increases carry weight like we explained, but if you want even more carry weight, that's what Strong Back is for. We're not sure how many ranks are associated with Strong Back, but we do know at certain ranks we'll have reduced weight from certain particular items, which is interesting. We'll also have Long Haul from Fallout New Vegas, which is fast travel while encumbered, which is pretty cool. And then also there's another rank that allows you to run while being encumbered at the cost of action points. So a lot of interesting things going on with Strong Back. At strength 7, we have what's called gun control, and this is again pure speculation. There's no description for this. We're just judging it off of the picture we have here, and this probably relates to recoil. That's what it looks like. Of course, the Vault Boy has kind of the twisted arm with the giant pistol there, and we're thinking maybe it reduces recoil from ranged weapons. That's pretty much what it looks like. And you know, strength, raw physical power, that would make sense. If your character is strong, they should be able to control recoil. We have no idea what the ranks are, but that's just the assumed general opinion on what this perk will be. With the strength 8 requirement, we have the speculated name Defender on this perk, and there's no description for this, pure speculation. And obviously we have our Vault Boy kind of holding up a rifle or a shotgun in the air. So we're thinking the general consensus is that this relates to shotguns or rifles, maybe increased damage from melee attacks with ranged weapons. I didn't even know that you could do a melee attack with a ranged weapon. I'm not even sure on that one. So this is pure, complete speculation. We are not sure about the ranks of this at all. But if you guys have ideas, leave them in the comments below. Next at strength 9 is immovable object. That's the speculated name for this, pure speculation. There's no description for this, just the picture we have, and this we think relates to being rooted with a melee weapon. So you're kind of, you know, being rooted in place. You've got strong, you're holding your ground, you're standing your ground basically. And maybe this gives you bonus damage with two-handed melee weapons, or maybe gives you less of a stagger chance. You know, you've got a solid ground is the general idea that I believe goes along with this perk. We're not sure about the ranks, and so that's immovable object. The last strength perk requiring 10 strength is what people are calling locomotive, and again, pure speculation. There's no description for this, and judging from what we can see here, we believe it relates to running or charging at enemies, and maybe it allows you to stagger or knock down your opponents while sprinting at them. And we believe that's the case from the, the kind of horn there. That's where the locomotive or locomotion name comes from. But also we've got that power armor, and we're kind of like, giving this this poor guy a gut shot. So we're not sure about the ranks for locomotive, but hopefully this is a really strong and really defining perk. As you get further down into these columns and the special stats, these get more specialized into, whatever the strength or whatever the special stat is all about. So locomotive should be kind of the marquee perk within the special stat tree. Like I mentioned before, if you guys have any suggestions on what perks might be or any changes that you would make to descriptions that I presented here today, they are welcome in the comments below. Alright guys, today we focused on the strength category of special stats in Fallout 4. Next time we will cover more Fallout 4 information here on my channel, so stay tuned for all of my pre-release content, and remember that this is your #1 hub for all Fallout 4 content. If you have any ideas for something you would like for me to cover, or I haven't talked about it yet, please be sure to leave it in the comments section below. If you learned something new from this video, remember to hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for continued Fallout 4 pre-release content, and of course, when the game comes out on November 10th. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.